Okay, so for this Insane Dungeon 2-1, we're gonna be using a Minotaur, preferably with a Revitalize and some Damage Crest. Well, in an effort to balance out my heroes with your possible setup, I chose not the best crest. Obviously, I have better crest, but I'm gonna stick to that one. Definitely, the Revitalize makes a big difference here. So you wanna, if you don't have it as a talent, you wanna find a crest and put that on him first. Druid, it's gonna be huge for this dungeon. You wanna put a Berserker on him. Okay. If you don't have a Berserker talent, then use a Berserker crest. That way you buff your heroes faster. I saw you have a life drain on yours. You can use a life drain. But definitely want to put a Berserker crest on him. Okay, we have a Spirit Mage. Now, Spirit Mage does a lot of AoE multiple target damage. And it's great to finish off whatever Minotaur has already taken down the health from. So, the talents here don't matter. The most important thing is that he doesn't have a cooldown, okay, on his skill, which means that the faster your Berserker, the faster he's gonna get the procs off. So Berserker talents is always good for Spirit Mage, and definitely War God a follow-up to that. Okay. You want to use Sanaboom. Now for Sanaboom, you also want to put a Revitalize on him. I want to show you that first because you want to make sure you can get at least 2 procs off in the dungeons for Insane. 1 proc is good, but just think you being able to get 2 procs in before he dies is huge damage. Huge. I have a Bulwark, but any other damage, I think the most important thing here is going to be that Revitalize for the Insane dungeons. Here we have the infamous Pumpkin Duke. Berserker, it's my favorite talent for Insane Dungeons, just because the faster you get those stacks, the faster is game over before you get destroyed basically by the insanely hard-hitted mobs of Insane Dungeons. So Berserker is big, and definitely want to put a Revitalize for Crest. I think that the 2 most important ones that should have a Revitalize are going to be Pumpkin Duke and Sanaboom. Definitely Pumpkin Duke, it's a priority for Revitalize over Sanaboom. This will help get your stacks up and going as soon as possible when you land on that dungeon. Okay. And last but not least, we use a Cupid. Now, Cupid Revitalize talent is my favorite because it's all around good for any mode, any game mode basically. But for Insane Dungeons, it's gonna proc immediately. And why a revive? You want to put a revive because a lot of these Insane Dungeons, we're not gonna be starting with Pumpkin Duke as you may think. We're gonna be starting with Cupid, and that allows us to delay the GA, the shield. Okay, and I'm going to be showing you that on the first dungeon that I'm going to be doing here. Let's get started. Oh yes, for the artifact, Blitzcroll on Pumpkin Duke. Okay. Let's do this dungeon. So here, okay, we're not really using copters. It's not really needed. Yes, it helps, but if you're strong enough to get to 2-1, you're most likely strong enough to move past 2-1. So let's do this. Here we're gonna be dropping the Frenzy first. Okay, we're gonna be freezing right around where that Spirit Mage is. Between the Spirit Mage and the Pumpkin Duke. Please get the Minotaur so that he doesn't stun your group. And we're gonna be leading with Cupid after we drop that. So we drop Frenzy, we drop Cupid. As soon as Cupid dies, we lose the GA. We finally